European Liberal Democrat MEPs in the ALDE group, the Alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe, have been the most consistent and reliable champions of civil liberties and human rights in the European Parliament. And that is important because we so often make the difference in votes. The way we vote determines the outcome in the European Parliament. One of the major issues in the last decade has been anti-terrorism, and we have been vigilant in trying to ensure that human rights are not undermined in measures taken to counter terrorism. Obviously, we want maximum cooperation among EU countries to catch terrorists as well as other major criminals, but that must be done within the rule of law. That is why we were so active, and indeed I was a vice chair of the European Parliament inquiry into so-called extraordinary rendition, which was of abduction, secret prisons and torture of terrorist suspects carried out by the US agencies like the CIA, but we allege with the collusion of up to a dozen European governments, including my own, the British. And we have demanded accountability and answers for what they did and for a return to the rule of law. So we of course championed the closure of Guantanamo, and we are also calling on European governments to help resettle those 60-odd persons cleared for release, i.e. deemed not a security risk, to resettle them in the European Union because they can't be returned to their home countries for risk of torture or threats to their safety. Those are some of the major themes that we've been taking up. Yes to European cooperation, yes to catching terrorists and criminals, not least through the simplification of extradition in the European arrest warrant, which was a policy steered through by Liberal Democrats, but also yes to civil liberties safeguards, the protection of defendants and suspects' rights, to the rule of law, against torture, and to combat racism and xenophobia and discrimination of all kinds. I feel proud as a European Liberal Democrat member of the ALDE group at our record in the European Parliament in the 10 years that I've been here.